everybody. It's been a while. I think it's been over a year or close to a year. I think it's definitely over a year. Why haven't been gone that long? Life happened. A lot of things have been going on in my life, mostly positive things. It's just been keeping me busy. But again, sorry for not uploading, and for those who have been sticking around and watching my videos, thank you. Means a lot to me. I do check in on the channel here and then, but I just haven't had time to make a video, edit, and then upload it. But I think since the World Cup it's starting tomorrow, and I was looking back at one of my first videos was the 2022 World Cup predictions, and I was so excited I was so excited I can't really sleep. So I was like, I can't sleep. I have just make a video to help you guys sleep. So uh, do is just get going. Actually, no. Before we get started, I want to say that these predictions are completely my opinion. Okay, this is my opinion. Zero ball knowledge. You can say whatever you want. It's just my opinion. Don't take it too seriously. Let me know down below how you think it's all gonna play out. Dark horses, upsets, underperformers, overperformers, whatever, however you want to put it. Just let me know down below. And yeah, let's get this. Okay, now let's get the video going. So, Group A. Have to back the host. So, yeah, I have to back the host. Mexico hosts woke up with Canada and the US. I think Mexico has a huge advantage being the host, and I think if I remember correctly, they're unbeaten in this year, 2026. Obviously, I think they're unbeaten, so I think Mexico first. Uh, between South Africa, Korea, and Czechia, I think South Africa had a good qualifying. Korea, I like Korea's offense more than South Africa, though. Don't sleep on South Africa, but I think I'm gonna go Korea second. South Africa, and then Czechia. The thing about South Africa is that they've had friendlies recently and they haven't had the best results. But again, they're just friendlies. The manager's just testing out different players and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if that's gonna be actually like is that a true showing of what South Africa's capable of. I don't think so. I think they're much better than what they've been showing recently. Yet again, check it. They managed to qualify through playoffs. What they beat, let me remember. Uh, was it Ireland? I think it was Ireland that they came back, being 2-0 down. Yeah, they came back and they beat Ireland. The week, is it the week? Is there? I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember. But they beat Ireland, and then I think they beat. What was the other nation? Was it Denmark? I don't want to say anything right now. I want to check on I have my phone on the side, so let me double check so that I don't make a mistake. I don't want to start, I see. What you wait? We did it. World Cup qualifiers, yes. And let's check matches. It was Denmark. Okay, so it was Denmark. They beat PKs. So they're very resilient. So I think I'm gonna go Czechia and then South Africa. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it can go any. I wanted mine to play South Africa in third. Yeah, I can flip them to Czechia and South Africa. But I think it's gonna be Mexico topping the group for sure. Korea second, and then third and fourth is between Czechia and South Africa. But I'm gonna go Czechia and then South Africa. Or Group B. I'm gonna go Canada, Bosnia, and Herzegovina, Qatar, and Switzerland. I have to go Switzerland. I think Switzerland's the strongest out of all the teams here in Group B. Yeah, I have to go Switzerland. Very good team. Solid team, I would say. Second place, I gotta give it to the host, Canada. Again, good team. but I think they'll edge it over Bosnia and then Qatar last. Qatar has not shown me anything in terms of like quality, especially last World Cup when they were hosts. Man, they were horrible. And then now I think they did good in qualifying, but I just haven't seen them do it in the big stage yet. I haven't seen them being capable of doing it or doing it at all. So, I mean, they could shock me. I mean, I'm all for it though. So, yeah, but I think that's gonna be Group B. Switzerland first, Canada second, and Bosnia third. I think Canada and Bosnia can interchange. Qatar, I think, is definitely going fourth, but I don't know. Let me know if you're from Qatar. Let me know. What do you guys think? What your chances are? I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating or something. But yeah, I mean, also Bosnia putting them third. Bosnia did beat Italy to go to the World Cup, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Bosnia ended up top in the group. You know, they beat. I mean, they could upset Canada in the opening match, and then yeah, I mean, you don't know. Bosnia's is a solid team too. But I just think Canada being host is a plus, so I'm just gonna go Switzerland first, Canada second, Bosnia third, and then Qatar fourth. Group C, uh, Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. I'm gonna pick Morocco, then Brazil, then Scotland, and Haiti last. Now, I think although Morocco lost the African nations, they won it through the legal system. It's if you don't know about it, I was like just looking into it. It's such a crazy thing. Anyways, I still think Senegal are the AFCON champion. So I mean, you can comment down below and let me know what you think of the whole situation. But setting that aside, Morocco has a solid squad. The previous World Cup, they were like dark horses. They went and they were in the group with who were the group? I think it was Canada, Croatia, Belgium. Yeah, Canada, Croatia, Belgium, and they managed to. I think they topped that group. Yeah, they topped that group. And then they went on to beat what is it, Spain, and then Portugal, and then bowed out against France in the semifinals. And I think they were I think yeah, they're the first nation to ever make it to a semifinal, African nation to make it to a semifinal, which is incredible achievement. And now people don't see them as dark horses. Dark horses really, they're starting to put a lot of expectations on the team. Um, and they do got sorry about that. They do got solid. They do have a solid squad with really good players all around. So that's why I'm picking Morocco first. Brazil at 1 second. Obviously, we know Brazil's 5-time World Cup champion. Very favorite. I like their favorites every time they go into the tournament, but I just don't think. I don't know. They just haven't shown it these past World Cups. 2018, they bowed out quarterfinals. And I think it was quarterfinals again. Yeah, quarterfinals again, and Qatar. So I don't know. And I just think Brazil, and, I just think Brazil isn't that convincing in my eyes. And they haven't. I don't think they've. No, they haven't. They haven't beaten a European team in knockout stages in a long time. I think the last time they did was when they won the World Cup in 2002. So it's been 22 years since they've been since they've beaten a European team in the knockout round. So I think I think they're more than capable of winning this World Cup in this tournament. But I just haven't seen it from them. I think it all depends how they do against Morocco. That we'll see really a glimpse of what they're capable of. But yeah, I'm thinking of putting them second for that reason. And third, I got Scotland. I don't think Scotland are exceptionally like great, like super good, but I also don't think they're horrible. They're a pretty solid team, and they can obviously give any team a scare, and they don't make it competitive. They can maybe nick a point. The first two teams that I have in the group. I mean, if they get a win, that'll be a surprise in my eyes. But I just don't know where they're gonna get the goals. I if they rely too much on Scott McTominay, and John McGinn. I don't think it's going to be a good World Cup for Scotland. I think their strikers have to show up. If the strikers show up, then hey, fair play to Scotland. I think they could probably go second, and then I don't know. I think that the strikers show up, Scotland could be trouble in this group. And then in fourth place I have Haiti. Haiti. I was sleeping. Sorry, I was sleeping on Haiti. I think I watched them play against New Zealand, and I think some people could be surprised, pleasantly surprised. Haiti. Not a lot of people are talking about them, and then they're writing them off. But I wouldn't write them off if I was any of these teams in this group. Because if you do write them off and you do underestimate it, they could catch you by surprise. So I don't know. I think Haiti. I mean, Haiti could surprise. I think everyone didn't qualify going third, but I just don't see it. They could. But yeah, that's Group C for me. Morocco, Brazil, Scotland, and Haiti. So yeah, Group D, I have. Sorry, Group D, I have Turkey, U.S., Paraguay, and Australia fourth. Turkey haven't been in the World Cup since I think 02, 2002, right? Yeah, I think so. Only 2 years. But they have a very, very talented team, especially the youngsters on the team. Kenny Hill, this they have. I mean, during the playoffs to get into the World Cup, they didn't look. They looked kind of pragmatic and trying to play it safe. But I do believe Turkey in the World Cup are going to turn up, and I have heavy expectations on them. Or not heavy, big expectations for them. At least they top the group, and then we'll see from there. I have the U.S. second, mainly because I like the U. Okay, the U.S. The problem with the U.S. in my opinion is that it's not going forward. It's in the back. I don't think the U.S.'s defense is so that good because we know the U.S. can score. We've seen them in these friendlies against the recent friendlies against Senegal and against Germany, and we know we can score. The problem is we can't keep the ball out of our own net. So I think if the U.S. wants to, I mean, the U.S. could top this group. But the problem is the U.S. allows a lot of goals, but if the U.S. somehow, steps up and locks the defense down and doesn't allow goals and continues to score the way they've been scoring, then I think I can easily see them topping the group. But I have them second for that reason. I don't see them um, crashing on the group stage, but I don't see them topping just for that reason. They just let in too many goals. And Paraguay, I think they just lost. I don't know if they lost. I don't know if he's like out the World Cup or he's going to be out for a significant amount of time during the World Cup. But I think Enciso got injured recently in one of the friendlies, and that's a huge loss for Paraguay. That's why I have him in third. I originally had it Turkey, Paraguay, then U.S. But now that he got injured, I the thing about Paraguay is they're good defensively. They're very solid, but going forward is where I don't see anyone like I don't that's reliable. Like you can see them scoring goals reliably for Paraguay. I saw Enciso as that guy because Enciso, going forward, I think he's pretty good. Or at least I think has going forward. And him being injured is a huge blow for them, so that's why I have him third. And I have Australia fourth. I know they've been doing good. Like every time I see them in the World Cup, people write them out, but they've been doing good. Like last time, let me see, 2014 World Cup, they did pretty. Even though I don't think they made it past the group, they were competitive in every game. Um, that's where Tim Cahill scored that banger volley against the Netherlands. 2018, I think they bowed out the group stage. But 2022, people, even though they qualified to the playoff, they got to the playoff. They surprised everyone and managed to get out the group, and then gave Argentina a scare in the round of 16. But I don't think Australia are that strong as they were back in 2022. You can see them by the recent friendlies. They're best. I just don't see Australia competing against Turkey as a brand. I mean, Turkey and US, especially since they going forward, they're very good. And then Paraguay are just solid. They're really hard to break down, and they could just sneak a goal or two and just sit back and make those remaining, I don't know, they can score first 10 to make those remaining 80 minutes just horrible for the opposing team. So that's why I have Turkey first, or Turkey. I don't know how to pronounce. Is it Turkey? I think it's Turkey. Let me know down below. Is it Turkey or Turkey? And then the U.S., Paraguay, and Australia. For Group E, I have. Um, I have. This might be controversial. Not controversial, but this might be a hot take. Uh, I'm gonna need you to hear me out. I have Ecuador, Germany, Ivory Coast, and then Curacao. Ecuador. I think people are sleeping on Ecuador. Um, I think they're sleeping on them. Very solid defensively, and going forward, I know they're still relying on Valencia, but I mean, I think they're still finding ways to win games. If you look at the recent friendlies, Germany recently in the recent friendlies, they've been looking very good. But I just think a lot of people are underestimating Ecuador, and a lot of people are putting pressure on Germany to win this group. And I don't think Germany does well under pressure. Just simply looking at their history in the World Cup, right since they won in 2014, 2018 crashed down the group stage, 2022 crashed down the group stage. So they have to perform, and I think that the pressure to perform and not get grouped, which I find it hard for them to get grouped this time around with the new format. So I just think they'll find it hard. I think Ecuador is they're gonna find Ecuador very unpleasant and very uncomfortable to play against, and I think Ecuador can score like a goal or two and make it very hard for them. So yeah, that's why I got Ecuador 1, and I got Germany 2. Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast I have in third, even though they just recently beat um, France. So yeah, they recently beat France. So I mean, you can't I mean, I could be completely wrong. And then Cote d'Ivoire tops this group in second, and pushes Ecuador and Germany in third. So you don't know. And I think they're a solid team. So I think it's pretty hard to predict this group. But I think first, Germany second, Cote d'Ivoire third, and then Curacao fourth. Um, Curacao. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen much of them, so I can't really give a solid. Let me check on the recent friendlies and qualifying real quick. Let's look them up. I think CONCACAF, right? So let's just go. This, what is this? National football team. Let's check the results. Okay, so recent friendlies, they won 4-0 against Aruba, lost 4-1 to Scotland, drew Jamaica. Okay, qualifiers 7-0 against Bermuda, tied Trinidad and Tobago, beat Jamaica. Yeah. So I guess I've qualified. I think that I just don't see them. I don't know too much about them, and I've seen the recent friendlies, and I just completely, just based off what I just saw. I have before that. I don't think they have enough. I don't think they can beating the teams of Ecuador, Germany, and Cote d'Ivoire. I mean, who knows? They could shock me. It's the World Cup. Anything can happen, but I think that's going to be the Group E. Group F. Okay, again another controversial. What is it? Controversial or hot? Alright, I'm gonna go with Japan, Netherlands, Sweden, and Tunisia. I think I'll start. Give my explanation quicker because I think I'm going too slow. Okay, so number one, Japan. Um, they their friendlies this year they've been in Brazil, England, to name a few, and then I finished Brazil, England. Last World Cup, they beat they beat both Spain and Germany. I think they topped that group. Did they top it? No. Did they top it? No, I think Spain topped it. But really, they're down 6 points. Anyways, and then the previous World Cup, they were winning 2018 they were winning against Belgium, and then Belgium made that comeback. So Japan are on the cusp of doing history, and I think this year is the year for them. Losing Matoma is obviously huge, but I think Japan, a lot of people are underestimating them, and I think Japan is a dark horse in this World Cup. So and to show that I have full faith in them, I'm putting them first ahead of the Netherlands. I don't think I haven't been convinced of the Netherlands. I watched their friendlies, and I think Mullen, they lost to Algeria. I think, yeah, I think Mullen is too wasteful in front of goal, and relying on Memphis Depay in the big 2026 is not gonna cut it to win the World Cup. I'm sorry to any Dutch fans, any Netherlands fans. I don't mean to be like rude or mean. I don't know. That's just how I see it. I don't know. Let me know down below. Okay, just let me know. I'm open to see. I'm very excited about the World Cup, so I want to see people's opinions and their thoughts. And I got Sweden third. You know what? The way Sweden qualified to this tournament has to be investigated because there's no shot. I don't think they won a single qualifying game. Let me double check. I don't think they won a single qualifying game, and by some miracle, thanks to the Nations League or something like that, they managed to get sneak themselves into World Cup playoffs, and then I mean, fair play. Once they got in it, they beat Ukraine and they beat Poland. So let's check it again to see Sweden qualifying. Qualifying. Let's check real quick. With qualifiers, there we go. 2026 standings. Come on. Top of the then. Check it real quick. Where's Sweden at? Where is Sweden at? Yeah, they didn't win a single game. 2 draws, 4 losses, -8 goal difference, 12 against, 4, okay, 4 goals, 4 scored, and 12 against. Okay, no, there's no how they robbed themselves into this World Cup spot. But I put them third over Tunisia because Tunisia has been poor recently. So, and I just don't know where I don't know. It's not the Tunisia from 2022 and 2018. Not the same Tunisia. And I just don't know where they're gonna get. I don't know where they're gonna get the clean sheets and where they're gonna get the goals. I don't see it, but you know, again, anything can happen. But I just think this is the group: Japan, Netherlands, Sweden, and Tunisia. Group G, we have Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand. I'm gonna go Belgium, Iran, Egypt, and New Zealand. New Zealand look poor and have been looking poor in recent friendlies, and they got battered by Haiti. And in a recent friendly, and they just haven't been looking good. Egypt, I don't think they've ever won, or have they? I don't think they've ever. Oh no, they did. I think they won in 2018 a game. No, I don't. I think they drew. I don't think they won. Let's check again. 2018 World Cup. Let's go standings. No, they went out with not. No, they haven't won. Egypt hasn't won a game, so that's why I'm third. Iran has won a game in the previous World Cup. They beat Wales, so they have experience, and they've been in the tournament consistently, and they have experience. I think they've accumulated enough experience for them to go through this time around. So I have Belgium obviously top of the group. I think with quality going forward. And for this group, Iran second. They've been pretty good in the recent friendlies in terms of results, and then Egypt and New Zealand fourth. So I see it. Egypt still has improved to be on the big stage. So that's my opinion. Group H, I'm gonna go Spain, Uruguay, Cape Verde, and Saudi Arabia. Spain, obviously favorites. Too much quality, all in every single position. Too much quality. Uruguay second, obviously. I just think they have too much quality, better quality than Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia. No, I don't think they have enough quality to compete with Spain. Hence, I have in second. Or Cabo Verde or Cape Verde. Third, I think they have better players than Saudi Arabia. the recent friendlies. I think I just have more faith in Cape Verde than Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has been looking more. I think they drew Senegal recently, but I have to let that result fool you. Let's see, Cape Verde national team. Yeah, they beat Serbia 3-0. Bermuda 3-0. Lost to each of them penalties in a friendly. Okay, lost against Iran in a friendly. Oh yeah, no, I have Cape Verde. Cape Verde over Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia fired their manager that managed to pull the upset against Argentina in 2022. And I just don't see him. I don't see where they're gonna keep with Spain or one Cape Verde. I'm sorry. They could do it. I'm not just saying they can't. I'm just saying. I just don't see it. So I got Spain first, Uruguay second, Cape Verde third, and Saudi Arabia fourth. Group I, France, Senegal, Norway, and Iraq. I think it's gonna be France, Norway, Senegal, and Iraq. France, again, favorites, quality all over the pitch. I do have some doubts about the midfield. Okay, starting off with France, I think they do have problems in the midfield. In my opinion, I think there's not enough versatility. I don't know, is that the right word? Versatility. I don't know. I think Spain's midfield is stronger than France's. It's why I worry for them in the World Cup. If something does go wrong, I think it's gonna be in the midfield. That's my opinion. That's my take. Let me know what you think. Okay, you heard it first. I have Norway second. They've looked fantastic and obviously qualifying. Unbeaten, beat Italy twice, home and away. Um, Holland looks amazing. Sorloth looks amazing. What's this? Oscar Powers looked amazing, and then Musa. I think it's Musa, the left-sided player. What a player he is! I saw him play against Sweden, tearing that Swedish midfield and defensive part. Is it Musa? Let's see. Norway. I think it is Musa, but I just want to make sure I'm not butchering, or saying anything wrong. Where is it? Where's he at? Where's he at? Yeah, Antonio Nusa. It's Nusa. Yeah, man, he was tearing that Swedish defensive part. That friendly Sweden looked horrible, but the only thing I'd say about Norway is that I'm not sure about the defense and their goalkeeper, but they'll probably turn up by the World Cup. I'd say second. Third, I have Senegal. I have some doubts because of the recent friendlies. They are the champions of Africa, but so far I'm gonna put them third. We'll see how they look in the World Cup once it starts. So because I think the opening game is against France, so is it a repeat from what happened in '02? Who knows? We'll see. Okay, and I have Iraq fourth. I think Iraq. I saw them play against Bolivia in that intercontinental playoff. They look good. They look solid, but I just don't think they have enough quality. They could just come in and go against France. Don't win Senegal. It's kind of sucks. France, who are obviously last World Cup, and they won it this year before that. Norway undefeated in qualifying and sent Italy back into the playoffs, and Senegal, which are like African nations, African champion. I mean, Iraq could surprise people. I don't know. Under account, I'm always rooting for the underdog. So if Iraq manages to go through the next round, I'll be happy. Group J, Austria, Argentina, Algeria, and Jordan. I think Austria are gonna surprise a lot of people and top this group with Argentina simply because of the way they play. I think they're very well organized and managed. They have some underrated players, Marcel Savitzer, and I think they still have Arnautovic in the squad. Leimer. They have some good players, and I think they're well organized, well coached. They have a system that works well, I think, and that will frustrate these teams in this group. I got Argentina second. I think I don't know. I'm saying putting them second because of that World Cup curse that France beat. I don't know. I just think Argentina's been getting older. I think it's the same squad that went last World Cup that went to this one. And I just think that they're old. They're obviously they've been looking good in the friendlies, but I just think Argentina record in previous World Cup. They haven't been looking best in the group stages. 2018, they drew against Iceland. I remember that. Was it drew against Iceland? Got battered by Croatia, and then had a scrape win against Nigeria to qualify, only to find themselves playing France with young Kylian Mbappe. And then 2022, they lost against their opening game against Saudi Arabia, beat Mexico, and then beat Poland to go through a group leaders. And then went on to the run to win the World Cup. So I think historically, Argentina struggles to win opening matches in the World Cup. And I think that's why I'm second. That's my take. That's how I see it. And I call Algeria third. They did beat the Netherlands in a recent friendly. But I have to wait and see. I have faith in Algeria. I think they can, especially that Algeria Austria game. If you know, you know. That's gonna be cinema. And I got Jordan fourth. I saw playing against Colombia, and I wasn't too impressed. And I just don't think they have enough quality to really trouble any of these teams. But they kind of could go early, or just catch one of these three teams sleeping and just beat them. So it's a World Cup. Anyone can beat anyone. So that's just how I see it. Okay. Portugal, Colombia, the Congo, and then Uzbekistan fourth. Portugal, too much quality. I saw the recent plays look too good. Too much quality. Colombia, and defensive Luis Diaz and Thomas Rodriguez are on their day. If they're on their day, no, I think they're pretty good. Won't really stop them. The problem with Colombia is their forward, the striker position. They need someone in the striker position to start clicking to score goals. In order for them to be real, true dark horses, they make it really far. Congo, I don't know, put Congo third. You know, everyone will probably put Uzbekistan third, but I'm putting Congo third because of the vibes. And what I mean by the vibes is that I saw Congo play against Denmark. I saw them play, obviously. I saw that game, and I just like the vibes of the Congolese. Is it Congolese? I just like the people from Congo, the vibes they were giving throughout the whole stadium. They were all happy, going, cheering their team, and they looked really into the match. And I was like, I don't know, I just maybe want to root for them too. So that's why I got Congo third and Uzbekistan fourth. It's, is it logical? No, completely off vibes. That's just how I see it. And then Group L, I'm gonna go Croatia, England, Ghana, and Panama. Okay, okay, and Panama. Okay, well, it's just trying to hurry me up. Okay, and Panama, Croatia. I just think they have too much experience in these tournaments, especially since 2018 making it to the final, and then 2022 semifinal, so 2026. I just think they just have too much experience, and they're very solid all around. So I'm going first. I have Italy going second because I think England has too much pressure going into this World Cup, especially Thomas Tuchel. Um, it just has so much pressure from the English media and fans having high expectations. Because thing about England is that the fans won't accept anything less than winning the World Cup. So England has to win the World Cup for them to have a successful tournament in the eyes of English media and the English fans. In my opinion, I think if England make it to the semifinal, that's a good thing. That's just how I see it because think about it. The furthest they made it, obviously since '66 when they won it, but the furthest they've made it is semifinals recently that I can remember. And fun fact, okay, a foreign manager has never won the World Cup managing the nation. Okay, so if for example, England and Brazil, their managers are not from that respective country. So Brazil's manager is Carlo Ancelotti, which is Italian, and England's manager is Thomas Tuchel, who is German. The nations have won the World Cup. I've always won the World Cup with a manager from their respective nations. No manager that's foreign has won a World Cup with another nation. So for it to happen, it has to be a historic run. It has to be a historic win. So is that happening this year? Good. It could happen. I just don't see it in my eyes. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. That's why I'm going second this group. I've got to go in third. I think they have better quality than Panama, and that's I have them third. But I don't think they're getting a result between Croatia and England. I mean, they could. If they do, I'd be surprised. And then I think they have the much quality for Panama, and they'll beat Panama to get 3 points and get themselves in third. So, best 8 teams. Obviously, I have Ghana. I have Ghana. Oh, I just offended everyone. I have Senegal, Algeria, Czechia, Scotland, Bosnia. How many teams? I got 3 teams left. So I got Ghana. Oh, is it gonna click Ghana? Let's see what I have. Congo, which is with Uzbekistan. That's gonna be tough to get any points. Cabo Verde, Cape they could get 3 points. Sweden. I don't think Sweden's going out. I think Cote d'Ivoire and Egypt, Paraguay, Congo, and Cape Verde. I think I'm gonna go Paraguay here. Oh no, did it freeze? I think it froze. No. Oh, you have 8 teams. Oh, I thought it froze. My bad. Yeah, I think. Actually, you know what? Let's see. They would have to get a result. I think they can't beat Curacao. So yes, Egypt would Egypt have to beat? You know what? No, I'm gonna trade Egypt for Paraguay. Yeah, I think that's gonna happen. And then big knockouts. Okay, now we're in the knockouts. Okay, this video is already long enough, so I don't want to bore you. Okay, let's go fast round. Ecuador, Scotland, Ecuador, France, Paraguay, France, Korea, Canada, Japan, Brazil, Colombia, England, Spain, Argentina, Spain, Turkey, Bosnia. Oh no, that's hard for me. Turkey, Belgium, Czechia, Belgium, Morocco, and Netherlands, Morocco, Germany, Norway, Mexico, Cote d'Ivoire, Mexico, Croatia, Senegal, Croatia, Austria, Uruguay, Austria, USA, Iran. Oh, what a game. USA, baby. By the way, I'm Mexican American, so obviously my nations are Mexico and US, so I'm gonna be biased towards them, okay? Switzerland, Algeria. I want Algeria to go through, but I know that Switzerland is too much quality. Portugal, Ghana, Portugal. Okay, back up. We have Ecuador, France. Oh, France, too much quality. France, Canada, Brazil, England, Spain. A rematch from the last Euros. It's coming home. Nope. Spain, Turkey, Belgium, Morocco, Norway, Mexico, Croatia. Gotta pack my nation. I think we could beat the group. That's just me being delusional. That's just me being delusional. I'm just gonna go Austria, USA. Oh, man, let's go US. Switzerland, Portugal. Let's go. Okay, France, Brazil. I'm back. I think Brazil will win. Spain, Norway, Mexico. You know what? You know what? I think we can beat Norway. Oh man, let's go Mexico. I'm sorry. I know people are gonna blame me in the comments. US, Portugal. semifinal. Brazil, Spain. Brazil. Yeah, I want Brazil. Mexico, Portugal, Mexico. No, I'm just kidding. I think this is where Mexico's from. That's Portugal and Brazil. Portugal. World Cup champs. That is my prediction. You heard it here first. Portugal, World Cup champions. CR7 legacy. He has to have a legacy tournament. I don't think he will, to be honest. I don't think if he makes it to the final, he has to get carried. He's 41 years old. But anyways, I think Portugal will be my champions. Let's save. Oh, I need to make it account. Never mind. You're not getting my data. We'll save. And yeah, that is my prediction for the 2026 World Cup. Let me know down below your thoughts. Don't be too harsh, okay? Don't be too harsh. I have feelings too. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Your predictions, you're crazy. Your crazy predictions, your hot takes. I'm all for the hot takes. You know what? I mean, what's the point of playing it safe? Okay, if you play it safe, you're no fun. So give me some hot takes. Give me some. You know, give me something juicy in the comments. But yeah, I'm glad to make the video again, and that's pretty much it. Goodbye.